Greetings, Earth Angelics of the Sacred 77, the Divine 44 and the 144. We are Legion, and we rise together, masters of the ascending path, waking up to our missions and our purpose here through this great shift, this great awakening into new earth, heaven on earth. And we are the ones with the eyes of the Spirit open that shall manifest the new earth, the new Eden, with our minds, our hearts, our souls, and our imagination. It is infinite. Anything you imagine can be and will be it, if it is in love, harmony, unity, and balance. And by divine decree, we rise together, and we come together at 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m., or 2:22 a.m., 2:22 p.m., or any triple digit 111-333-444 to manifest the balancing of the elements. And as we rise in these times and take 5 to 10 minutes to visualize, to imagine, to see, to feel, to hear the rains on the west coast of the United States, through California, Oregon, Washington State, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, all states being affected by these fires. We call upon the thunder beings to bring the clouds, and we call upon the water dragons, Kan Lung, to manifest the sacred rains, to calm the fires, to put out the flames. We call the fires to the east, where they're drowning in the floods. And also, it was brought to our attention today, in Brazil, in the wetlands of the Amazon, under fire, people are suffering. The jaguar, the black panther, is dying, and many other of the animal kingdom. So we rise together. You can call upon the Great Spirit, allow the Great Spirit, or the Holy Spirit, emanating from the kingdom of heaven within. You could see the gold energy, the gold light coming down from the heavens, or emanating out from your 0 point, from the still center. Put your awareness into it, and then see the rains, and see the waters calming, and feel all the elements, the 5 elements, come into harmony and balance. We all know this realm has been out of balance for thousands of years. Mostly too much fire from the false masculine, divine masculine, rising up, supporting the divine feminine, the moon priestess, divine goddess, to help heal this realm, heal the mind, heal the body, heal the soul. We heal the earth plane, the earth realm, for all humanity and all living beings, here now, in this now. And with the great faith and the courage, we step into our divinity, we rise into our divinity, we feel into the divine, knowing that as co-creators with our source energy, through our imaging, our imagination, our mind, our visualization, that we can manifest together as a collective when we bring our hearts and our minds together on a single purpose. And we are being called with these extreme manifestations to step forward into our sovereignty and our divinity and into our power through our great compassion and love for all beings in this realm, and for Pachamama, for Gaia, and all her children, and all the children of the sun. Aho. Today, we had more interesting patterns with these orange colors on the Schumann resonance. It's looking like code. Could this be higher dimensional, alien code? You never know in the Matrix. But it is beginning to look a lot like Wonderland. We had an 11 Hertz manifestation, which is connected to the 1111, the second portal to Shakti. We had 130 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the last 24 hours, 919 in the last 7 days. Today at 9:19, I looked down in my vehicle and my speedometer said 1919. And I look up, car in front of me, 222. Look to my right, Pink Lotus, It was like a yoga studio or something. So we had the pink, which is connected to the Magdalene and the pink rose and the white rose. So we're getting almost constant synchronicities now, bringing us into the presence of this present moment with our awareness. We had several powerful activations in these earthquakes in South America in the Andes Mountains, with a 4.5 in Chile, a 4.8 in Peru, and a 4.7 in Argentina. The three Dantians, the Trinity, fully activated. We had a 4.5 again today on the Ring of Fire, North Island of New Zealand, 7:29 UTC, in the Bay of Plenty, 7:29, 4.5, 177 longitude, 36.828 latitude. We got the 77 for the sacred 77. We also had a 3.1 California, Iceland today, a 4.3, which is right on the Arctic Circle at 66.146 latitude, 17.897 longitude, 17.2 miles from Husavik. So we have the 17, the 77, 4.3 magnitude, another 7 code, and the 66. And in the crown of Lemuria today, Sandpoint, a 3.6. Then right above that, again on the 66 latitude, which is the Arctic Circle, a 3.6, 2231 UTC. And in our sacred portal, our bro stars and sisters in Nepal, in the Himalayan mountains, a 5.3, the 8 energy, 2334 UTC, 27.871 latitude, 85.888 longitude. So we have that lion energy, the lions of Nepal, and the Lyrans of Lemuria, the sacred guardians of the sacred portals and gates. Nagasaki, Japan, with the Lemurian energy, a 4.1, 128.891, longitude 31.534, latitude, so again 8.8 at 117 UTC. So we got the 117, 711, 17, 71, 77. So another day of portal openings and activations, bringing in these higher dimensional energies and ascending frequencies, codes, resonance. We'll start today's first transmission with a crystalline decree from Divine Sister of the Light, Sandra Walter. I call forth the diamond shining rays of the Christ to reveal and amplify my true heart, which is my divine immortal connection to Source. Heart center, light up. From AscensionPath.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Natalie Glasson, from the Sacred School of Om Na. Shifting the sadness within by the Andromedans. Greetings, beautiful and beloved beings on the earth. We are the Andromedans. We come forth as a collective energy, showering you in our vibrations, in our love and wisdom. It is an honor to be in your presence currently. Ascension is quickening, unfolding, and developing. It is an exciting time as there are so many shifts, transformations, and changes occurring within your being and outside of you. Just got ringing in my left ear. Everything went silent, then a pop, and then a ring. It's the angelics coming in and the Andromedans. Confirmation and connection. So feel into it. We, the Andromedans, wish to come forth to you today to speak of the sadness within. We feel the earth is releasing much fear and negativity. Some of this is being released through your being. It is often that which already exists within your being is attracted to you for you to release, meaning the collective energy of a fear or stagnant energy held within the earth may be released through you if it is similar to the fear or negativity held within your being. Thus you are able to master your being while releasing, cleansing, and purifying on behalf of humanity and Mother Earth. We wish to share with you tools that will support you in easily releasing the fear and negativity, whether it is for your personal benefit or as a service to Mother Earth. rather than focus on the negativity or fears held within your being. We, the Andromedans, wish to focus upon the sadness. We feel that sadness is a reflection of fear and negativity. Often sadness is more personal and much easier for you to access. You may find that throughout your day, different aspects and energies of sadness rise within your being. These energies of sadness have a way of being present that feels very normal, and you become accustomed to its presence, even involved in its drama and vibration. By focusing upon the sadness within, we believe it will be easier for you to connect and release this energy, therefore bringing your attention to the sadness within your being. It is advisable to examine your day, especially at the end of the day, to realize if you felt, sensed, or acknowledged any form of sadness. You may be able to list different forms of sadness. There may simply be one, or maybe you do not notice any sadness. If this is the case, then we invite you to continue this process each night. Sadness can be like a judgment or a complaint. It does not have to be a bereavement, lack of confidence, or a lack of completion of something. It can also be a complaint, a judgment, or a blockage in an area in which you feel stuck, stagnant, unable to move, or unable to recognize a new way forth. Listening to the sadness. Sadness can manifest in many different ways and can be connected to numerous different experiences. In order to master and release the sadness within, there is first a need to recognize the presence of sadness in your daily life. As we said, to document this, whether it is one form of sadness, many, or maybe you do not notice any form of sadness, then we encourage you to choose one form of sadness, to think of it, to contemplate it during meditation, and to predominantly sit with the sadness, allowing the sadness to speak all of its words, everything that it wishes to express. Within the sadness there may be anger, frustration, a feeling of lack or being unsupported. Allow yourself to sit with the sadness as if the sadness were someone else, and you simply wish to sit and listen to them. Listen to the sadness within, what it says, what it shares, how it makes you feel. Notice how it makes your body feel as well. Notice if the sadness creates a momentum, moving from different emotions. As you sit with the sadness, gradually it will begin to dissipate. While you may still feel it and its presence within your being, by being present with the sadness, you are allowing the truth of the sadness to emerge. What is the sadness really trying to tell you? What is the truth of the sadness? It may be a lack of power, that healing or self-love is needed. It could be that you need to physically move yourself, whether that is exercise or moving along Mother Earth. Allow yourself to really connect with the core of the sadness and what is needed. What is the message? It could be that you are giving your power away to others, or that you are not allowing yourself to experience the joy you wish to. Maybe you feel lonely, or that there is a hurt or wound within your being. Allow yourself to discover the message. What is really taking place? Because often the sadness is the drama, but there is a message underneath which is very subtle, very truthful, and when you connect with it, you will notice that this sadness dissipates. Once you have connected with this message beneath the sadness, then it is time to ask yourself, what action is needed? What do you need to shift, to alter, to transform, or put into action? Only you will know the answer to this. When the answer comes, you will feel excited, empowered, and it will be for you to then put this into action, to experience it physically on the earth. In doing so, you will shift the inner sadness, release fears and negativity connected to the inner sadness that are personal to you, and also in service for Mother Earth and humanity. We, the Andromedans, are inviting you to achieve this now, because it is a clearing, purification, and supports the releasing of energies within Mother Earth, therefore raising the vibration of Mother Earth in all beings. It creates the flow and momentum of the Divine Creator's energy throughout your being, dissolving stagnant and stuck energies. And this is important in expanding your energies, expanding your consciousness, expanding your ascension, and moving forth in your mastery. In a time when so many shifts are taking place, new possibilities and opportunities are ready. Liberating yourself will allow you to grasp these new opportunities and possibilities, manifesting all that is needed and all you desire for your fulfillment upon the earth. It is now 19 minutes, 19 seconds into the recording, but that may change after I edit it. I had to pause for a moment to sip some tea. Now our practice is simple, and yet we feel it is immensely powerful. We encourage you to acknowledge the sadness within you as a deep healing and a release process. Know this healing and release process spans across the entire dimensions of your being, past lifetimes, and civilizations you have been connected with. It is a very deep and thorough cleansing, healing, and purification, which is needed, we believe, at this time. Please know that you may call upon us, the Andromedans, to assist you, surround you, and support you in this process. Be patient with the sadness. It is like a flower bud waiting to open. Sometimes it takes your attention, focus, and patience in order for it to open up and reveal itself. We wish you all the very best in your journey of shifting the sadness within and acknowledging the beauty that manifests in its place. We thank you, the Andromedans, from omna.org, and today from Walking Terra Christa. The pearlescent flame is the 10th ray of integration of the masculine and feminine divine. It works within the 4th dimensional chakra grid in the Sacral Chakra. Pearlescent is a mixture of pinks, greens, blues, yellows, mixed with a pure white silvery light. The golden etheric city of Aslantir looks like a labyrinth, with many labyrinths throughout the entire landscape. The temple of the Eternal One sits on one large labyrinth with a beautiful river flowing behind its structure. The river is called the River of Flowing Movements. The city represents finding oneself through the depth of mystery. It is a city that brings forth the ability to bring unity of all consciousness into oneness, sense the balance of the mental and emotional bodies, which in the higher frequency is the masculine and feminine divine. Master Voltaire and Lady Valencia bring forth a love vibration that is linked to the creation codes of the universe. Master Voltaire teaches an individual how to change the issues within the masculine self, while Lady Valencia brings forth the warmth and the love to nurture the feminine self. Both of them together elicit qualities of balance within the 4-body system as the blending of the higher self occurs more naturally, with the acceleration of the higher light realms to be infused. Decree, understanding that love is within me. As I walk with the Andromedans, Lord Voltaire and Lady Valencia, in the golden etheric city of Aslantir, which resides in the etheric earth over Sweden, Finland, and Norway, I realize how important it is for me to learn how to be in oneness, that it just does not happen automatically. This golden city is magnificent, as it is one large labyrinth with many other labyrinths within the city. It is mountainous with hillsides. There are waterways throughout the countryside, with the Baltic Sea and the Gulf of Bothnia on its borders. As we walk together through the main labyrinth, I start to feel more acceptance occurring within me. The color of pearlescent resides in all of nature, with colors of purples, pinks, yellow, and greens. I feel the energy running through me. It helps me to feel more balance within my 4-body system. Master Voltaire shares with me the shape of the labyrinth, guides me into the right direction. It helps me not to think so much about what I am doing, but just to allow the walk to guide me. I feel as if I am being blessed with the most divine understanding, that all I was worried about ceases to exist. We walk around the main temple, the temple of the Eternal One. There is a massive river that flows behind the structure of the building. We enter the main hall of the temple. I am enamored by the exquisite energies. With a massive altar reflecting the pearlescent flame, I take time to sit and reflect, as the journey I am about to experience is going to help me understand from my higher perspective how important it is for me to just breathe and take in the energies. I hear angelic music flowing through the room. There are other souls doing the same as me. As I sit and allow my breath to take me to an altered state, I start to feel the sensations of my body, but have no desire to move. I just relax and feel my higher self flow through my full body system. I believe that I am calmer than I have ever been before. It is a wonderful experience to feel these energies, as my sacral chakra is flowing with my masculine and feminine essence, starting to work in unison. It feels good I desire to have more, so I sit and reflect on the beautiful healing I am receiving, as that is all that matters in this moment. I am ready to learn more about how the pearlescent flame can help me to become more of what I truly desire. I am deeply grateful to be in this moment of my recreation. I am that I am that I am. From WalkingTerraChrista.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kuzel. Become a light unto the world. Become one who truly opens the hearts and minds of others to the infinite divine purpose and will, and the divine universal laws, and how all the cosmos adheres to the self-same, and then bring them in the highest alignment with the truth within themselves. Such is your calling. Heed it, and whatever you are and whatever you share, it is to be steeped in pure unconditional love. We are brought to the highest truth within, the truth of our soul and the divine truth within. Truth indeed will resonate in the deepest depths of your soul. It will be there in the deepest knowing and inner peace. The minute you recognize the deepest truth, you find an inner stillness. Truth indeed is a state of at-oneness or atoneness with the universal divine source and the all-knowing. Now as you shift, you will find that a lot of what you once thought was the truth, or was dished up as the truth, is not the truth of the here and now. Indeed, as your soul traverses the old you, new truths will be found within, and with it a higher knowing. It is a matter of the inner seeing, hearing, and knowing, now being brought in highest alignment with your own higher soul source self, in unity with the divine. The divine knowing moves through your knowing, and you recognize this knowing as deeply resonating with your soul. I was told years ago to let go of all outside knowledge and listen deep within for the knowing. It has served me well. This does not mean that the truth and knowing has not shifted as my understanding and experience of divinity changed. No, it simply means as the soul is ready, the divine teacher will appear in the form of the recognized knowing of truth within. Whether others recognize the truth is none of your business. Just live the highest truth within. The truth will always lead you in ever higher degrees to expand the inner knowing and seeing as one with the divine source. Indeed, the greatest truth is most often the simplest. It does not need a lot of publicity and fanfare. It simply is. It brings inner equilibrium, which is transcendental, for your soul is now in highest alignment with the source of all knowing. From JudithKuzel.com. And today from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Oliver Batts. We have shifted from the 7 chakra system into the 12 or 13 chakra system. The old system is no more, soon to be upgraded for few as well. A beautiful visual is shown to me during a wake state last night, the ascending of the old chakra system. Eventually the new chakra system will also be upgraded, and the old system dissolves, inasmuch that it doesn't function as separate energy wheels any longer. All chakras will unify and spin in unison as one energy system. Today from Awakening 5D Healing, Arcturian Directive 207 Revelations. We welcome all to the higher realms of existence on the material plane. We welcome all to vibratory fields of light, love, joy, and laughter. We welcome all to the intergalactic Federation of Light. We are here and we are with you. The assault on the collective is built on the foundations of fear. The atmosphere generated by your leaders is anchored in fear frequency. The dark pyramids emit signals direct into human subconscious, activating fight or flight responses. Stress, anxiety, and tensions arise from fear. Illness, physical and mental, arise from fear. A people stagnant in fear vibratory fields. The swamp, as you say, the pyramid was temporarily dismantled to enable whole system upgrades to higher technologies. The current economic and political playing field is anchoring the pyramid back into place. Our counterattack operation was launched within Gaia's ascension field of 2020. We are pleased with the results. Many are unwilling to re-engage with the pyramid, the engineered construct they call the Matrix. Obey, conform, sleep, obey, conform, sleep algorithms have been dismantled by the enlightenment awakening of many on the material plane. Led, heralded, championed by lightworkers across the reality field, fearless in their search for truth, shining lights into the darkness for others to follow. Many decades of linear time were dedicated to the task of awakening the population to their divinity within the matrix. The Mayan awakening timeline has been successfully in positioning the collective for 2020 and beyond. A plague of fear, sourced in archon, astral vibrations, is the true epidemic humanity faces. Elemental transformation on a grand scale as the human collective consciousness is activated in celestial light. Planetary alignment is powerful beyond anything we at the Light Federation have seen or heard of. No other galaxy has behaved in quite this way as far as we know. It is the fury of the goddess Gaia activating the ascension field inside Satan's playground that has brought such attention to Earth's small world. Primary events sewn into the fabric of the time-space continuum left a trail of breadcrumbs to this space and time. Warfare occurs on the dimensional fields around the human collective. The ascension field is a space of energetic warfare, dark versus light, a trench war of vibratory push and pull. The tug of war will be over soon enough. It is already done, friends. The human collective are caught in a maelstrom of chaotic battling frequencies. The machine is pumping fear into the hearts, minds, and souls of every living being on the material plane. From our perspective, we see more fear blankets smothering the population in 2020 than we did in 1944. We understand that light is emanating from deep within Gaia, shifting the polar magnetism and bringing the reality plane you experience in line with the quantum magnetism of planetary dynamism. Much has shifted in your world, yet all will not be clear for some time. The fog of fear clouds sight, sound, all perception except the third eye and the heart. To walk through the valley of darkness and see the angels escorting each and every one of you, activating heart space within the mind-body-soul template, will illuminate the mind and free the soul from the chains of fear. All is in the heart, liberation and expansion. Stand up to fear, friends, in your families, communities, and churches. Be powerful in your secure knowledge that you are ascending into spaces of light, joy, and peace. All is possible and all will happen. Light cities are deep in construction, manifesting on the physical plane through the passions and precision of trailblazers, truth speakers, way showers, and light bearers. We see all that is light emanating from within Gaia merging with the intense light work being done on the crust, light generated in the hearts of people with open minds, inner strength and power in their step. Knowing the divine is knowing self. When both are accomplished, we sterilize fear. The archangels are here. They surround the dome, ensuring all darkness meets light head-on at every turn within the quantum field. Angelic catchers in the rye ensure all are tracked and traced on the dark grid, the dark matrix. None will fall through the cracks without assistance offered in the instant. The pandemic is fear. The vaccine is self-care. The cure is self-love. Human rights reflect the laws of the universe, the sacred sovereignty of every being birthed into the grand game. The right to choose is at the heart of the game. Darkness has its place in the ascension field. It is the choice, red pill, blue pill, or black pill. All are being offered choices every day, every moment, every present moment of quantum time. The Black Moth program has been launched by the Anunnaki. Transformation into darkness through choice. We seek to ensure choice is truth, authentic, honest in each soul's heart. Mind control has rendered the collective consciousness impotent, the bottomized of sovereignty. The full moon centered within twin crescent moons is the sign light has come to earth. The sun god, maligned in his divine masculinity, seeks revenge. His male essence has been thwarted, inverted, twisted, and rotted to the core. This illusion of core masculine and feminine balance, inverted in the matrix to possession, obsession, and infection, has poisoned the sacred waters of divinity in all beings. We are here to guide, support, and love each and every one of you as you travel across interdimensional fields towards the light. The Anunnaki have taken the battle for Earth's material plane and her people to the next level, and we are here to meet them head-on. The hearts and souls of humankind are gemstones of crystalline light in the multiverse. Creative, passionate sparks of source light are held deep inside each human soul. The Great Awakening is the activation of the spark deep in the heart of darkness. The devil seeks not simply to put out the spark, he seeks to blind you to its existence entirely. How can we seek what we do not know is there? This is his philosophy. What cannot be seen cannot be sought. Disinformation has been hardwired into the upgraded dark matrix. Inversion occurs at lightning speed in the cyber and mind control matrices. The upgrade system is dynamic, alert, self-aware, and precise. Its flaws are its lack of creativity, insight, retrospection, and reflection. Growth is challenging in stagnant environments. The four horsemen of the apocalypse are cyber. They are rearranging the foundation of human society to correspond with the new parameters of the fourth realm dark matrix. The pyramid has received a wholesale upgrade. Typical of puppets with tunnel vision masters, the upgrade has been chaotic rather than systematic, uncoordinated, and fraught with ego-led tension, narcissistic battles, and small-minded greed. The Anunnaki have too much with the archangels of light, the winged warriors, and the ongoing severity of battle on alternate dimensional fields to manage their wayward, selfish, greedy, spoilt children running the show on the material plane. Chaos reigns, disguised as strategy and response. Measures are being sanctioned that are a different infringement of human rights and the rights of all beings in the quantum field of life. The people awaken to take control of their man-child kings. Powers with the people, peace is the path. Expansion of thought, idea, and concept is the intention. The light cities are sparsely populated. Construction is well underway. We understand all is going to plan. We have come with this message as an update to your situation on the reality plane. Remain grounded, friends. Critical thinking is the key out of the dark storms of fear you are engulfed in. Anchor self to Gaia. Her goddess waters will cleanse all fear from your souls. Expand in meditation and self-care. Understand the power of gratitude. It is subatomic warfare on fear, dissolving fear in the light. The Gaia plane has been magnetized with the quantum field. Gaia rotates once again in alignment with her celestial brothers and sisters. The Anunnaki seek to destabilize the energetic tectonic plates anchoring the reality plane to their low vibratory field. We seek to raise it. We commend all for their focus, determination, and commitment to resisting fear in all its guises. We draw all together in a collective space of sacred power and light. Divine justice will reign on all who have perpetrated darkness, deviance, and destruction on Gaia and her people. 1,000 years of mandatory quarantine, Dante's hell realms await all who choose envy, greed, sexual deviance, status symbols, and violence over the red pill of truth, light, and love. We watch as you try to emerge from your divine chrysalis. We empathize deeply with heartfelt fears for the impact of Earth Year 2020 on the children of Gaia. Please let us assure you they are the change. The children of Gaia are the crystal children. They were always going to man the helm of transformation in 2020. They have held their families, they have grounded their tribes, they have displayed their feathers, their colors freed from the constraints of the matrix. Allow your children to evolve into the space 2020 has created, as you should allow yourselves to expand. Block fear, set up tight and precise emotional boundaries around loved ones in your care. Prevent, resist, and dissolve the matrix at every turn where possible. Respect their sacred hearts and souls. Stay focused on protection from fear. The pandemic of 2020 Earth Year is fear. The inoculation is self-love. Gratitude is the medicine for all wounded hearts, battered souls, fearful and frightened minds, and shaken bodies. The virus is fear. The vaccine is self-care. The cure is collective, tribal, unity consciousness. Turn all that is negative into positive. Be resilient, resistant, and resourceful. Communicate respectfully with your people. Be firm and clear. Peaceful protests will bend, break, and blister their resolve. The puppets are battling without their strings. Their masters are otherwise engaged. The light war is on. Those on the material plane receiving our words, we commend you for all that you have done in service to the light. We are grateful beyond measure for your belief in a peaceful way of living. We power up each of you in divine healing light now. In divine light, your servants, comrades, and allies, the Arcturian Light Federation Council of 12. Peace. Mantras. I am aligned. I am rebirthed. I am transformed. I am self. From awakening5dhealing.com. And today from the Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA by Richard Rudd. September 15 through September 20th, 2020. Gene Key 6. Conflict, Diplomacy, Peace. The Path to Peace. Each person has their own unique sleep patterns. Many people in our modern lifestyle suffer from lack of sleep or disturbed sleep patterns. Contemplation can resolve such difficulties through attuning us to our own natural body clock. The physical body, being mostly liquid, has a natural tidal rhythm. Most people are unaware of it. Each time you pause, you give yourself an opportunity to settle into that deep inner pulse. The intracellular fluid that washes in and out of our cells of our body is endlessly pulsing and flowing. If you are able to listen inwardly to the sound of this process, it might sound similar to the waves purling gently on a beach. Contemplation aims to tune our whole body, emotions, and mind to these softly soothing rhythms. Our sense of inner and outer timing changes. We find ourselves more often at the right place at the right time. It is fascinating to observe how our body clock changes as we refine our contemplative practices. Sometimes you may find yourself waking spontaneously in the night, enveloped by a beautiful state of peacefulness, which you can deepen through conscious contemplation until you naturally fall back to sleep. Often when you awake the next day, the same feeling of serenity will follow you into your day. Many are the mysteries that come through the art of contemplation. This is an excerpt from the Art of Contemplation, and from the Yi Ching, Code 6, Conflict. Sun shining on the roaring river, right timing of creative energy to communicate with love. Peace is the beauty of devotion. Diplomacy is fresh commitment. Conflict is the entropy of half-heartedness, creating communication. Waiting intimates that with sincerity and firmness, there will be brilliant success and good fortune. It will be advantageous to cross the great stream. Every human being is emotionally vulnerable until we drop our protective defenses. The defenses form around our heart, and as long as our hearts remain defended and closed, they can't heal. Richard Rudd, 64 Ways, from thegenekeys.com. Today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 170, White Magnetic Dog. Magnetic is the name for the number 1, and its keywords are unify, attract, and purpose. Today we begin a brand new wave spell, 13 days with an agenda of love. The first day of a wave spell is about identifying the purpose and psychically setting yourself up for the journey. Contemplate what you would like to achieve during this period. Every wave spell is an opportunity to learn, grow, and experience time on a different level. Today is White Dog, which represents love, loyalty, and heart. Love what you do and put all your heart into it. Love your fellow humans and show everyone how big-hearted you can be. If you are a white dog, you'll love this wave spell. This is a great time for getting things done with doggy determination. 117 coming in. The guide today is also white dog, and so a double helping of this teaching. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio. White Magnetic Dog, Kin 170, 15 September 2020. Attracting True Love, 15-9-2020 equal 15-9-22 equal 694 equal 19 equal 10 equal 1. 15 Alchemy, Charisma, Magnetism. 6 Heaven, Christ, Harmony, Family. 9 Destiny, Humanity, Compassion, Service. 4 Form, Structure, Foundation, Earth, Angelic. 10 Manifestation, Authority, Power. 1 Leader, New Beginnings. Kin 170 equal 8. Abundance, Flow, Infinity. Triple White Dog Day equal Love, Love, Love. A beautiful new wave spell rediscovering unconditional love and our connection to Source and each other, leading into a brand new golden era of divine love. Today we commence a brand new 13-day cycle, that of the White Dog. Day 1 in the White Dog wave spell of unconditional love, loyalty, devotion, service, friendship, and faith. We are uncovering and healing all that separates us from Source love in order to be love. Tone of creation. Magnetic is tone number 1 in the spiritual realm as we initiate a new wave spell cycle. Power attracts, action unifies, essence, purpose. Day 1 of a new wave spell always starts with the magnetic tone of purpose. In the beginning was the One. From out of nothing here one comes, spinning happily, magnetizing all that it requires for more excellent adventuring. Once strong in purpose, all will effortlessly come together. The magnetic tone is all about attraction, attracting everything that you require to fulfill your purpose and your mission. People, resources, relationships, money, support, and all that you can imagine. Today we are seeking to attract love and loyalty through expressing ourselves as pure source love, to align with the unconditional love of Source, Father, Mother, God, Goddess. The attraction seeks to unify all as one. Thus magnetic kin have a very strong connection to Source and a gravitational pull to return there and bring all their buddies with them. The power of one is very strong today as it unites us all as one humanity. This will also be the theme for this wave spell, unification through the power of love. Remember to laugh and play in order to heal your inner child's desires for spontaneity and fun, returning you to a state of complete wholeness. Allow Chuen to energize your true heart's desires, allowing all your great dreams to come true. As we all journey home together, we remember that we are all connected, and all roads eventually lead back to Source. Today's question is, how can I attract endless Source love, magnetizing this through my open heart, unconditionally, to unify us all through our one heart? Divine blessings for the magnetic attraction of pure, unconditional, divine love, miracles and bliss bombs today. May Goddess bless you 1,000 ways in the coming days. In Lak'ek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 170, White Magnetic Dog, 73 coming in. The mantra, the code for today is, I unify in order to love, attracting loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the magnetic tone of purpose. I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. On another day of powerful activations and downloads, let us know in the comments what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, what you're seeing, your visions, your dreams, and synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below, the little bell to get notifications. And as always, we have a link in the description below the video to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also thank everyone for your support and pledges on Patreon. If you'd like to support my work and mission, you can do so at patreon.com/primedisclosure. I'd like to thank today Divine Sister of the Light, Paulina, for your donation. Much appreciated. Angel of the Light. So I'd want to do a follow-up with the discussion after yesterday's transmissions about you, the consciousness listening to this now, being an infinite, multidimensional being of light. As I went off on a tangent yesterday, I forgot to come back to the reason why I was even talking about that. That happens sometimes when we go on these tangents. So the point I was coming to, as being an infinite multidimensional being of light, is that you are infinite. And when we have this concept, and this is based on quantum physics, that there are infinite timelines and infinite dimensions, that you are anything you can imagine, and you exist now on a separate timeline as that imagining. So you are anything and everything you can imagine, and more than you can imagine. So imagine that. Imagine this. So when I was talking about the power of our imagination, and that imagination itself is God, like in the Bible we say, man was created in the image of God. And that image, through imagination, through imaging, imagining, through the eye of the mage, through the awareness of the magician. This is all have to do with magic and water, the magi of the matrika. Mama being water, divine waters. So through the still waters, the divine feminine, we manifest all frequency with sound and then light and then physical manifestation through particles, through atoms. So it is this great imagination that we can utilize, tap into as a collective to create and manifest new earth or heaven on earth. And what does that look like? Anything you can imagine. So what do you want heaven on earth to look like? That is part of our daily practice of contemplation, meditation, is letting the universe or our true self know exactly what we want to experience, what we want new earth to be, look like, feel like, all these things. And as I was talking about our imagination, a scene from that great movie, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, with Gene Wilder, when he sung that song, Pure Imagination. And as a kid, I loved that movie. Remembering when Gene Wilder comes out, he's like this crazy, if you haven't seen it, it was released in 1971. We have the 7-1. That he kind of was like this crazy person, like a mad hatter. He had that big top hat and that bright purple jacket or coat. And as a child, purple was my favorite color. And what's funny is after I thought of that, it popped up where Nikola Tesla taught that the frequency of the color purple is euphoria. It's also divinity. That's when the red and the blue come together to create the purple. So that movie reminded me of, it started off like dark and low energy, mundane, kind of like The Wizard of Oz, where it was black and white and then went into Technicolor. This movie was very similar, and these bright, vivid, beautiful colors inside of his chocolate factory. It activated something in me as a child, coming out of the dark, the suffering, the pain, the mundane, into the beauty, the brilliance of the mind of creativity and the imagination. He would sing, "Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination." So look it up on YouTube, Willy Wonka and Pure Imagination, and take a look at that. If anything, I'm sure it will make you smile. So it's through our pure imagination that we can create empires of bliss and beauty and love. And that is the genius within the genie, the magi, the image of the I Am presence that can manifest anything in its heart's delight through that 0 point. And that's what we do in our healing arts. When we tap into the kingdom of heaven within, that stillness, that silence, that peace, the bliss, the love, and let go, step aside and allow the Holy Spirit, the Great Spirit, the healing potential of the universe to work through our vessel with great faith and courage, knowing that there is no failure, and that through that connection to Source, through divinity, what we call the Holy Spirit, or in the West they call Holy Spirit, is our connection to our infinite light and infinite life. And through our faith, our courage, and our love, we can heal ourselves, heal each other, heal the earth, and bring all into balance and harmony. Oh yes, and I'd also like to point out that geniuses, creative people, to the mundane world of mediocrity appear to be mad or crazy or insane. And that's the thing. The creative mind does not care what the mundane world thinks and mediocrity thinks. It's always inspired by the dreaming, by the dreams of its creative potential. And that's what drives a genius in all the arts. And that is the beauty of divine mind, is living its dreams, living the passion of the Christos, of what is in the heart, what the mind, what the soul, spirit loves, that experimentation and exploration of the beginner or the child or the new. That's why we say new earth. It is that innocence of the unknown or the unknowable. So I'd like to end this transmission with a poem from Alpha Wolf. This is for all divine unions. And of course I dedicate this to my sacred Venusian elven queen, my Shakti gold condor, beloved goddess of the light. So put your awareness in your heart center, angels of the light. Just let the energy flow through you and let go into it and release. Oh, you can try to control this divine love we have found, dipping your toes in the water, afraid to dive in and drown. But flames cannot be bound or locked up in chains, nor kept out at arm's length to avoid feeling the pain. So how hungry is your thirst for this rapture of the heart, on a slippery slope to heaven, your world about to fall apart? Can you abandon all control, gift your heart upon a stake, risk losing everything for love, do whatever the hell it takes? Whispers echoing in the silence, pleading to satisfy the yearn, igniting fire within your soul, till you surrender to the burn. Your heart is aching to run wild, power can never be contained. Hear it begging for sweet mercy, to feel my love without restraint. I love you all. Namaste.